Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel. And here I am. Finally, we have the information on David's banana, and it is B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Let's react.
It's train crash made. I can't look away. Shut up, press play on 90 Day Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé. 90 days.
Hello, I'm Wilko. Welcome to Rehash, your fix for all the trash, mess and drama that you need in your life, particularly from season 6 before the 90 days. And we're up to episode 6. Like, subscribe, and comment below with all of your thoughts and feelings as you're watching my thoughts on the latest episode. Let's start with Gino and Jasmine. Must we? Yeah, I think we have to. She calls him my angel.
My angel.
What is this? Wild. We're up, we're down. It's like the shittiest roller coaster ever. To create more of that trash, mess and drama that we love, she's lying to Gino about having to run errands, but what she's actually doing is making a little sexy video called to Dane. You remember Dane? Yeah, you do. He's the Aussie guy. You know, the one who is too delicate for Jasmine in the boudoir. But she does love to tug his ear with all of her problemos.
Hi, baby.
How's it having Gino in town?
I wish I could say like a honeymoon.
What happened?
It's so embarrassing, but he doesn't want to have sex with me.
Also, guess what? Gino doesn't know. Which is super sus still, considering he's been there for a couple of days. Like, he's been there long enough to be kicked out and to be back in the house. Dane is the ex and living in the same building, but Jasmine said if Gino has an ex as a friend...
Would you be okay with Gino meeting one of his exes?
Over my dead body.
Is that a little hypocritical?
It's not being a hypocrite.
No, she's not a hypocrite at all. You've just got to understand that she's more trustworthy than he is. So that's why it's okay for her to emotionally cheat. Because she's much more trustworthy, because it's only a problem if something is entering something. To Gino's face, she's saying it's all good, everything's good, oh my angel. And to Dane, it's not good whatsoever. Dane keeps dropping these hints on who she should be with, and Dane means... Dane, you should be with Dane. Yeah, like, this is terrible, Jasmine. You know who you should be with? Somebody else in your apartment building who has an Australian accent. That was a weird choice for me, who is Australian, to try and put on an Australian accent. Jasmine turns on the tears again, and I still feel nothing. I don't know about you, sweet baby angel, but when she cries, I just don't feel. I feel about as much as little Gino does when Jasmine tries to rub it, which is just not much, you know? Dane suggests therapy, which actually isn't a bad idea, unless Dane is the therapist. You know, one of those wacky rom-com things where it's like, come on, Gino, we're going to go to the therapist. And it's just Dane in like a white coat and, you know, thick glasses. Which, to get his Princess Jasmine, I would not put past Dane whatsoever. Once again, we have to watch more Jasmine and Gino porn in public this time.
Circular movements like this. Yeah, baby. Okay, you feel now relief? There you go. Excellent.
This feels more like Dirty Dancing than exercising to Jasmine.
Yes.
Good?
I love it.
And since hearing the theory, which we covered in a live video, which you should definitely go and watch, that she's only on this season to promote her OnlyFans, this is all I can see now. In fact, this whole episode is just like sex, 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 sex. The squatting itself is just like its own specific version of the movie Ghost. Whoa, my love, my dog.
I'm like a wild beast.
Gino, a wild beast. Okay. Jasmine wants to know his fantasies, and the only kink that Gino has is like peace. He loves peace and quiet, and that's kind of a kink that I don't think Jasmine can submit to. All Jasmine really has to do is not argue, and apparently she'll be taken by the wild beast that is Gino every day. Oh, imagine the poking she'd get. Jasmine makes a deal. No arguing equals more sex. Gino, even though he just said that, does not co-sign. I don't know if it's the editing, but it makes it seem like she'll do anything, even stop arguing with him to get a little bit of action, and he still won't do it. I don't know if I can do that without the proper utensils. After the exercise, we also get some dancing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yay! Plus, we get to meet her friends, which ask the very poignant question,
You use the butt plugs that I bought you? The butt plugs?
No, todavía ni siquiera le he dicho.
Have you tried that before?
With another person.
Have you had anal sex?
No.
oh, Gino, Jasmine, did you get that present that we sent to you both? You know, the Welcome Back to Panama butt plugs? Oh, you haven't had a chance to use them? That's crazy. And while we're in this conversation, have you done anything more from the back door with ladies? During the dinner, though, Gino revealed that he has found out about Dane, her dirty little emotionally cheating secret. Her friend is fed some lines like, do you think I would ever cheat on Gino? I wouldn't, right? Right? No, tell him, no, right? No, I wouldn't, right? Right, say it. Her friend doesn't seem that sold that Jasmine wouldn't cheat. That's a good friend right there. Gino questions one of the friends more about the Dane situation and also lets slip that they dated previously, which Gino seems super stoked about. I feel another argument coming on. Which at this stage, I think Gino wants so he doesn't have to go through with the deal, which if they argue less, then more bang bang will be happening. Even though with this couple, it's always a safe bet that there will always be an argument. You know, let's get ourselves some Riley and Violet, and he's going to meet some of Violet's family in just a tick, even though he is still concerned about how invested she actually is. But Violet has a surprise, and at this stage, it could be another boyfriend. But nah, it's not. It's just a cute little fashion makeover. Riley needs some traditional outfits so he can fit in at some of the events that Violet has planned for them. But Riley needs to learn to be way more submissive, okay?
When you wear it, you like the king.
I look like a king?
Yeah.
I am a king.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just talk when I order you. Okay.
Yes.
I can't speak for Violet's previous relationships, but obviously they didn't work, and I'm not sure if it was because she was also very fat-shamey with them.
Wow, very big. Oh. Your belly double me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dễ thương mà hơi già. Yeah, xấu. You are ugly. You are very bad.
You really said that?
Yeah.
Their love language seems to be like toxic aggression, from fat shaming to old and ugly. But Sweet Baby Angel, she was just joking. Well, maybe, Violet, you should tell him that it was a joke when he's sitting there going, really? Really? Did you really say that to a complete stranger? Then we get ourselves the text. Riley just happens to be just like glancing over Violet's shoulder, and there's a text from a guy who's shirtless. So scandalous.
Who's that?
I don't need to tell with you who he is.
Who's the guy?
It's my friend.
What friend? He had no show. Excuse me. I'm over here.
You want to hear?
I want to see who.
No, it's my friend. Only my friend.
There was a guy with his shirt off, and you won't show me who it is? He's just a friend?
My friend.
From where?
It's just a friend with his shirt off.
My friend is my private life.
You lied.
You always say, I'm lying. I'm not lying.
You don't need to show me?
I don't need to show you. Why?
All right, good luck.
There's all this back and forth about how they're not in a relationship, they're just dating. So she doesn't have to show him anything about who she messages. She doesn't have to tell him anything. She's not asking him anything. And Riley just wants more information all the time because no matter what happens in this relationship, he will never trust her. Riley walks off just for a hot second, and for sure, this is very shady behavior from Violet. If you're with someone and they've got a text and they're like, no, then instantly your brain goes to, what's that about? But Riley's always going to have these trust issues with Violet. There's no way they could ever have a healthy relationship. Until they're married, Violet can do what she likes and so can Riley. I know a lot of people who would love that situation, but Riley seems to not want it at all. Even after all of the drama of today with the text message and the fat shaming and yada, 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 Riley is still going to meet the family. And what is this face with one of her daughters as she comes around the corner? She's so shocked. Oh, she can't believe it. Like, you knew that Riley was coming, right? Riley says that he feels all this joy with meeting the family. He gives so many gifts, and I'm not sure if it's customary, but he's definitely handing them over. And thank goodness none of them are Pearl related. There's not a lot of chat. I guess it's partly the language barrier, but also partly because Mum seems a little bit ticked off that she didn't get a gift.
Của người con gái đó thì ít nhất phải mua quà ra mắt.
She also says that Riley has a temper and makes Violet cry. I don't know, maybe Riley just has too much baggage at this stage with all of his past relationships and hasn't really worked out anything on his own and expecting maybe too much from Violet. And also, she's a little bit shady. So I don't know if this is ever going to be a relationship they can build on. According to Violet's daughter, liar is too heavy of a word, you know? Maybe next time Riley wants to say liar, maybe he should say fibber or porkies. You know, they're just cute ways to say liar. Also, Mum thinks Riley wants too much and all Vietnamese women are very, very faithful. What, every Vietnamese woman is faithful? I don't know, that's a big call. Anyway, that's it for Riley and Violet in this episode, and we must get ourselves introduced to a new character that we have to follow and remember their name, Statler. 33 from Texas, into bugs because nobody likes them and has found some sort of kinship with them. She has ADHD, which, as she claims, a lot of people think they have it, but her brain is definitely all over the place and it dictates how focused she can be at any one time for the length of time. It's about 15 minutes for her. And with this, she struggled to find someone and also, find herself because she was adopted.
I was rejected before I was even born. I was adopted day one. My parents already had 2 boys. I do believe my parents had the best intentions, but I never felt like I really measured up. I think I just kind of always feel like I'm going to disappoint my parents. Coming out and being gay felt like another disappointment.
Oh, I get it. Coming out is hard, but once she did, she loved the ladies. And also, the ladies really loved her. Apparently, also, it doesn't take much to get people into bed. I guess that's the gift of just being very, very attractive.
I've had sex in a church while church was happening. I've had sex in an elevator, a busy elevator with people, the doors opening, people looking in. I'm a freak.
What do you mean, busy elevator sex? What, like in that scene in 50 Shades or because there were other people in it, but they were trying to keep it on the down low, or are the doors opening and you were just full on going for each other in a lift and who cares if someone has to, jump in with you? Explain more, Statler. With her dating app, she switched her location to England because she just loves a pom in particular.
I'm into girls with an accent, specifically an English accent, because it's so freaking hot, isn't it?
And she's found herself Dempsey from Darlington, England. I'd love to know from the Sweet Baby Angels in the comments, what did you think of Statler's accent? Not that I can judge. I've done some terrible British accents on this show before. And apparently, just walked straight out of a wet dream. She fell in love with the accent specifically. 7 months of chatting and she's convinced that they're gonna get married. Okay, well you're perfect for any 90-day situation at the moment, but I don't know. Especially because you've got some plans in your head that you haven't shared with Dempsey.
And if all goes well, then I'll just move there.
And does she know your plans?
She's not aware.
Yeah, she doesn't really know that I'm just going to end up staying, but I guess she'll figure it out eventually when I never leave. She just wants to be happy in love and have fish and chips for the rest of her life. I don't know if I want fish and chips for the rest of my life. That's like a heavy meal every day, all the days of all time. Also, who wants to have any funny business that you're so renowned for, Statler, after you've had a bunch of battered fish and chips? She's hanging out with a friend and they head to this sort of chocolate sex restaurant.
Desserts and sex totally do go together. There's a lot of licking involved, a lot of eating involved. Things taste good.
I don't know if it's just the food on the menu and if it's sex themed, or if you actually can order sex off the menu, which would just kind of make it a brothel, right?
Give you a Love Potion 69 here to look at.
This menu is making love to me in a way that I am okay with.
And what do we think a Love Potion 69 does to you? You instantly have it and then you're like, oh, quick, we're going to flip around. Okay, so you're both planning to get to the airport at the same time, and then the first thing you want to do when you get to the airport at the same time after being on a plane all that time is like, yeah, sure, let's do some stuff. We've never met each other, but why not? Dempsey is apparently shy sexually, and I have to ask you this question. If you don't think that you're going to be compatible sexually, then why are you going to all this trouble to be with her? And I've been sitting here trying to figure out what this restaurant, this sexually charged restaurant is about, and now I get it.
You're gonna lick just the tip. You're gonna penetrate the hole with your tongue, all the way down to liquids, suck hard and fast. Don't be careful, it'll come all over you.
God made me that gay. My throat won't open like that.
What a niche business. Sex restaurant, where they just make everything sexual, but no actual sex happens. We also find out that she has an ex-girlfriend who wants to, which is a very recent ex, and that ex-girlfriend wants to meet her at the airport before she flies out. And now that we find out the timing of that breakup and the diving into the new relationship, I think we can safely say that this is a rebound on like the biggest overseas scale. And what a weird request from the ex. Hey, before you go and meet this girl, can I meet you at the airport just before you take off? Maybe just like say it now. Don't wait just before she gets on the plane to go somewhere. You dumped her. On her way to the airport, she finds out that her UK lover might not be able to meet her as she's still in Thailand, which I haven't really seen video of her yet, so I'm hoping this is not a Thai catfish situation because it does feel very catfishy. Oh, Soz, I can't make it now, even though you've made all these plans. We're going to move on to David and Sheila, their first morning waking up together after last night started out odd, and then it got like hot.
You was feel good last night?
I was not feel comfortable last night.
Lucky for you. I'm good with my hands.
Okay, so it was hot, but it was like painful and it was awkward, but then it got good. Okay. Sheila wasn't that into it because the banana that she got was just too big. We've all been there.
So beijing with him until he but I'm happy because he do something for me too. Kissing me, my boob, my nipples, and my private parts.
It's fine though, because there's other services that can be provided in this particular hotel room. And it turns out that Sheila's actually really into chit-chat being a minimum during the act of banana sharing because her ex just loved to talk nonsense. And I guess I kind of want to know what nonsense her ex is sort of talking about in bed. Like, is he trying to be sexy or is he doing fractions or something? We heard them discuss this before, but he has followed through. He offers her his phone so she can look through it. And it seems maybe just a little bit too planned. You know, if you really want to catch him, you got to do it surprise, like an FBI raid. They really can't see it coming. Otherwise, of course all the stuff on there is gone. Even though David's probably gone through it to double check everything, we still get a, who is she? Tell me her name and why do you have her on your phone?
Who is she? But you are asking if she have boyfriend. Why? You text other guys ask me if she have boyfriend. Okay. But I not like her.
They do a walk through the markets and David, even though he works in a grocery store, doesn't like the smell and the vibe. And this shady woman doesn't seem to enjoy David's company either. Look at this face. What is she thinking, we think? What's she thinking there, market lady? All right, we're going to find out what's happening with Christian and Cleo, 3 bloody noses, and many hours later, Christian lands to meet Cleo for the first time. Oh, and before I get into this, if you want to be transphobic, exit this video and my channel's stat. This place is not for you. Oh, and I do not require your comments on the validity of trans people. Thank you for your time. Okay, bye. Cleo was always hoping for a little smooch at the airport, but Christian, in the last episode, expressed his reservations.
You really have to rain.
hate this.
Did it really have to rain? It's the UK, hun. I wouldn't ever really put my money on it being a sunny day, but anyway, finally they meet. And they seem excited. The kiss does happen. It's very brief, like a quick mwah, like a kiss and blow it away.
Hey, babe.
But really, no matter the situation, a kiss for the first time in public after feeling so gross on a flight, you would feel weird. Like everybody's watching, you've got cameras around you. No matter who it was, you would feel odd about it.
Sorry if I'm super tall today.
No, it's fine. The taller they are, the higher I climb.
Oh, God. The taller they are, the higher I climb. Okay, I guess that's meant to be a sexy talk, but I don't want it. Maybe that's the kind of stuff that Sheila's ex was coming out with.
It's so cute. Like, oh my God, it's totally out of my league.
Wow. Thank you. That's really sweet of
Sorry,
you to
I'm
say,
too
babe.
It's true.
So Cleo gives this compliment and Christian doesn't return serve. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I'm like super hot and way out of your league. Thanks, babe. Thank you so much for noticing. Anyway, can we go? I don't know. Christian's giving me a lot of red flags. He's also super glad that the US claimed its independence from the Brits for mostly the driving on the left side of the road. He finds that insane. Oh, actually, we do get one compliment. He loves her nose. But the vibe is odd, and there's definitely a tension that needs to be broken. So, I don't know, maybe have a shower and like break the tension.
Hello, girls. I brought you your daddy.
Hello, children. I brought you your daddy, which I really just should get that grab and play it at the start of every video. Christian shares he's more of an uncle to the cats and less daddy because he's just a dog person, BT dubs. No, not a cousin. No, not a cousin. Is that illegal here? Not a cousin, no, family friend. Christian would like to take some time before diving into the intimacy, and that's totally okay. But Cleo is worried about the vibe and if Christian is actually okay with the situation, which kind of makes a lot of sense to me. With all of these relationships, sweet baby angel, I don't know. And isn't that the way we should always feel during 90 Day Fiancé? At least there's one couple I can get behind, even though the whole banana donut situation seems like it could be a real problem for David and Sheila. Make sure you like this video. I want to hear all of your thoughts about the latest episode. And if you want more 90 Day Fiancé, you can find it on the channel. So make sure you subscribe and watch as many videos as you can. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.